joining us on the broadcast this morning to discuss more is Major Mohammad Ali Shah, defense expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on NewsX. It seems as if the NIA crackdown against terror is on. It is full throttle underway at this point, especially after Justin Trudeau's statements. What do you make of this?
The most of them, the list of the names that are there in the list are based in Canada, and this is immediately after Justin Trudeau's remarks and his behavior in India and his accusation without any proof. Because if he had a proof, he would have. What stops him from producing it in the Parliament, and in fact, what stops him in producing the evidence in front of the court? In fact, in front of the media. So the very fact is, it is these names which one has to be very, very careful. One has to be very, very chary. Anyone with these names, they have to re-examine who if they have come in contact with, for example, even the Lauren Bishnoi gang. They've come out with 43 names, in fact, of these are the most notorious criminals that they have come out with. But I'm sure there would be more names and more heads to roll in the future. There are many more names which are not named in the list. I am very certain of that. Who are also involved, who are equally a party to these anti-national and these criminal activities. But once again, I say, when the person is based in Canada and comes under the Canadian laws over there, Justin Trudeau's government should be more mature and more cooperative, which they are not doing that. They should be, actually, I'm saying. And how do we get them to do it? Ulta chor kotwal pe gura hai. So Justin Trudeau is saying that he has spoken to Joe Biden in America, he has spoken to Rishi Sunak UK, he has spoken to Emmanuel Macron in France, he has spoken to so many people about India. But that will not affect India's relationship with any of these countries, let me tell you that. But when NIA gives out, recently NIA cracked down in the south, in Tamil Nadu and in other places, they had cracked down on certain houses. So, of course, NIA would be having concrete evidence and facts, because just like the CIA, the Central Investigative Agencies, the NIA, the National Investigative Agencies, they do their homework well, they do the research, and I'm certain. And when they come out with these lists, I would like to convey a message through your channel to the people who would be listening to me, whose names are there. You're not going too far from this. I'm very, very sure that the security agencies will nab you and they will catch you. So better stop your anti-national activities now. It was really, really sad and disheartening to see Pannu give a threat, in fact, open threat. Now the very fact is, it is yet to be seen whether Justin Trudeau government will actually ignore it, or they will take action against Pannu for giving that speech, which was viral, in fact. And the very fact that he had warned the Indian government, in fact, he had warned of a political death for the Prime Minister, for Home Minister, for in fact, for Mr. Ajit Doval, for everyone. I mean, so the very fact is, these people who indulge in the anti-national activities, they should be brought to the book. And just yesterday, that was the day after, in fact, India also issued, first Canada issued an advisory after they sacked our Indian diplomat over there for a raw agent. In fact, he was in the embassy. In fact, the raws are sophisticated spies, sophisticated, I would say. So the next day, India also 5 days notice, and you are out from the country. So the very fact is, this thing, India has always had a very good relationship with Canada. Suddenly, when the Canadian government, just because Justin Trudeau's government is holding on to the fort because of support from some elements who are Khalistani supporters, just because someone's chair, it's about politicization and it's about political gains. I think they should look for the betterment of the entire world. In fact, they should look for betterment. The whole purpose of the G20 was all the world, the one family, to make the world a better place. But there is no room for terrorism. There is no room for separatist activities. Where we are talking about the whole world uniting, we're talking about India going into the space, going for a solar mission. We are talking about uniting the world. There, we cannot have a nation coming in and supporting the Khalistanis, and just because the Khalistani elements help him remain in power. I'm talking about the Canadian government, Justin Trudeau I'm talking about. So the very fact is, when this kind of diplomatic wars are going on, when such kind of stuff is going on, it's very important to keep a level head, calm composure, and then deal with it. And I'm sure the Indian government is mature enough they have a very good foreign policy. I'm sure they will find a way to deal with it. And the 43 names which are revealed, they better watch out. Yeah.
All right, sir. A Sikh separatist leader in Canada, the national security spokesperson of the United States, John Kirby, has encouraged India to quote unquote fully cooperate in an investigation. This, of course, comes after Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau earlier made some scathing charges against New Delhi, and later had in fact backtracked. There's also a sort of reciprocal diplomacy going on. Major Shah, you had of course earlier stated that one of our diplomats was expelled, but India has also expelled our senior Canadian diplomat. The US has now chimed in. What do you make of the US's actions and statements? Do you think at this point Justin Trudeau, considering he has backtracked, it's because he's not found considerable support amongst his Western allies?
Yes, yeah, most certainly. I mean, Justin Trudeau said he has spoken to those Western powers and the West nation, as I mentioned about France, UK, America. He hasn't found enough support. They shut him down, in fact. They shut him up. And because India, everyone knows about India, everyone supports India, everyone stands with India. So the very fact is, and nobody is going to support terrorism internationally anywhere. So most certainly, yes, I see that it speaks very high volumes of India standing in the international community where, be it the US, UK, France, be it anyone, they stand by India. They do not want terrorism on Indian soil. So I say I attribute and I give the credit to us Indians for having that credibility in the international circuit, where we have that credibility. People will stand by us through thick and thin. Yeah.
Indeed, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, presenting your perspectives.